Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Rest. In this video, I want to go over the brand new DLC we got for Wonderlands Coiled Captors. Now, we probably already all know where this is going, but I want to take a different approach and kind of talk about the whole thing in general. I know that everybody in the community understands right now that it is kind of a weak DLC, and I kind of just want to talk about what Gearbox could have done, improvements they could have made, maybe what they could do in the future, and on top of that, just give my opinions on everything and the whole situation at whole. And I even want to dive into the future a little bit. I'm going to take a look back at our official season pass trailer and talk about maybe what we will get in the future. So if you guys do enjoy this video and want to see more content, consider subscribing, dropping a like, and turn those notifications on. I'm on the road to 20,000 subs right now, so any support is tremendously appreciated. All right, starting off, let's just go on and say Coiled Captors is not the best thing that Gearbox has ever put out. I don't think it's bad. I think it's more so bad the way they marketed it. They marketed this whole season pass and made it seem like that this DLC was going to be a big expansion, like a big story driven, expansion like other Borderlands DLCs have. But in reality, we basically just got glorified chaos chambers. You basically just paid to have more chaos chamber rooms. And I guess if you look at it from the other perspective, if you actually do go to the you have like headhunter packs, so essentially you just go through a couple rooms and you fight a boss at the end of the week. But a cool thing is that the boss does progress each week. I'm pretty sure the room's going to stay the same. Maybe we'll have different challenges in each room, but the boss is going to have different mechanics, which most people, if you have a very good enough build, the mechanics aren't even like too crazy because you can just melt the boss anyway. I would imagine as the weeks progress, the boss will have more health. So it is a new take they're trying to do. They're kind of trying to get into the weekly release content, kind of like how some like Destiny does, which I don't think is inherently a bad thing. I think the way they just implement it is kind of what's bad. Now again, this is the first time ever doing something like this. Really, they want the game to be replayable alongside like the feature runs of Chaos Chamber, but that is pretty much the DLC. But now we can actually kind of start picking at it, because when I said that you're pretty much paying for more Chaos Chamber rooms, it's not only that, because all the gear that's actually from this DLC you can just get in Chaos Chamber, or it seems to be anywhere else in the world. So once you have beaten the first run in the DLC, everything unlocks in the Chaos Chamber. The rooms, the loot, literally everything, the boss, they're all unlocked. The only thing you're gonna ever go back to the other place for is each week, like I said, when the shark gets his upgrade or whatever, it has a new mechanic. But after you beat it that one time in that week, you're right back to Chaos Chamber. I think this is kind of a bad thing, because they could have took the opportunity to make a different in-game activity, because a lot of people are going to get tired of Chaos Chambers, and just having more Chaos Chamber isn't really going to fix it, because Chaos Chamber is Chaos Chamber. Like, it's not like they can really do anything else with that. There are a bunch of different little things they could do to add to in-game, which I might make another video on if you guys would like to see that. If you do enjoy this one, be sure to let me know. But overall, as it is, this is just paying for Chaos Chambers. Now, some people are getting scared because they think every single DLC coming out for Wonderlands is going to be just like this DLC. So if you actually take a look at the roadmap they released, or it's kind of like the season pass roadmap, I'll move my camera so you can see it. Obviously, April 21st, we have Coiled Captors. In Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4 is Gluttonous Gamble, Molten Mirrors, and Shattering Specter Glass. They are just going to be one of the little mirrors that pop up in the room, and you go in, and it's probably going to be the exact same format as Coiled Captors. Now, I do want to go back and actually take a look at the trailer as well. We're just going to kind of skim through it. But as you see, a lot of these areas are the areas that we did get, and you see here's the other 3 mirrors I would assume we're going to get from the season pass, which are probably going to play the exact same way DLC 1 did. And I will say some of these areas do look very cool. They like Wonderland's world, or level design is just tremendous. It's very, very good. All these new areas look very sick, but the problem is that they're very short. Now, I don't know why they're going about this way for releasing DLC for it. I know they really want to make Chaos Chamber work, and maybe they're just trying to test stuff for Borderlands 4. But it is interesting to note that right here specifically, we are going to get more content with one of these. I'm pretty sure a new class is going to come out in the 4th one. So that does mean that maybe we will get to see more content in other DLC releases. We also have to remember that this DLC literally launched with the game being out for like almost a month. Like it was right around the corner. We got DLC for it, so that might be why it's short. It almost seems like this DLC kind of just made Wonderlands the full game. We now have even more Chaos Chamber. We have like a significant amount of loot now. We also have access to the Slaughter Shaft area, which is kind of what this new DLC is. It's just a bunch of headhunter packs. That's kind of the way I'm viewing it. And then these next DLCs coming out are actually going to be substantial DLCs. Again, it's probably going to be the same format, which is a little worrisome, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to call the overall season pass like bad right now, because obviously we just have to wait and see. We do know we are going to be getting a new class, so we will get additional content alongside just a new mirror. We might get some new stuff with the other ones as well, maybe bigger areas, more challenges, I don't know, anything like that. But it does seem that the focal point is just to improve Chaos Chamber with these expansions. Now, I've kind of sprinkled my opinion through this entire video. Now, I do want to go and say that I am not a fan of this. I would much rather have a full-fledged, you know, kind of story-driven DLC, you know, like any other DLC we've received in every Borderlands game, even if it takes waiting a little bit more time. We also do have to remember that I don't think this game is their staple point. I don't think they're trying to make this like the next huge Borderlands game, so they're probably not going to try to put a lot of development time into that. I'm pretty sure Borderlands 4 is their next huge project that they need to, you know, focus everything on, so they're probably trying to give us a little bit of stuff to tide us over till that. So we probably aren't going to see any huge changes like that. But yes, it does suck because this game is absolutely phenomenal, and I would love to see them invest a lot of time into it. But maybe this is just the works for Borderlands 4. Maybe Borderlands 4 is going to be this times 10. But I would like to at least see one story-driven expansion to maybe just kind of explore anything, maybe the backstories to the characters that are playing the game with us. That could be really cool, but I really do not feel like that is what we're going to get unless they secretly throw something in, because like I said, they've already shown the season pass trailer. You can kind of see all the mirrors. If you just, you know, watch the trailer again, you'll see everywhere we're going to go. You can even see some of the new loot we don't even have yet. So it seems like a lot of this is already made, and this is what we're going to get. And again, I would like to see more, but it is what it is. I am very excited for the new class though, because having new builds is going to be very, very cool. And another thing I would like to note before I end the video is if this DLC did launch by itself without the update that came out with it, people would have been trashing on this even harder. Like, people would have played through this one time. There's no incentive to really even do the loot thing. There's no incentive to even run it again, because it's all in Chaos Chamber. And if we didn't get our chaos level increases or all the other changes that we've been asking for, like I said, people would have just not played it even more so than they already are. The update for sure carried with this content drop between the DLC and the patch. But another thing to note is that they also clearly did listen to all our complaints with the newest update or patch. So maybe we'll see a bunch of that in the new DLC coming up. I do have my fingers crossed, and I would like to see what Gearbox has in store for us. But as of right now, I don't think I could recommend you spending $30 on the season pass unless you are a dedicated Borderlands fan. You probably will get a little enjoyment out of it just with build crafting with the new gear and stuff. But if you're just a casual player and you're thinking about spending $30 on the season pass to get some brand new content, I honestly don't think I would recommend it for you until maybe everything is released. Then you want to buy the new class alongside all the other stuff, then I probably would recommend it. But as of right now, there's really no point in spending it unless you really want a specific piece of legendary gear, because you're just still going to be playing Chaos Chamber over and over. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. If you guys did manage to make it to the end of the video, be sure to comment I made it with a smiley face. I love seeing all your comments like that. I try to leave a heart on every single one of them, and I also read every single comment that you guys post. I may not be able to respond to them all, but just know that I am reading them. So if you want to say something to me, drop a comment down there and I will try my hardest to get to it. Also, be sure to just let me know what you guys think about DLC 1, Coiled Captors, and the season pass in general. What do you think we're going to get? What do you think of my opinions on this video? Everything like that. I would love to have some conversation started. But anyway, that's all for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.